Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, and any new recruits to another Legion premiere. I got something pretty cool I wanted to show everybody. Picked these up on Amazon for 12, 13 bucks each. I think it was 12 bucks each. Nice little pocket fixie. And I just wanted to share this with everybody. There's no name brand for this. I will leave links in the comment section, description section, but I wanted to tell people about these two knives. For the price, it's not too bad. Okay. Let me all know what you guys are carrying. I am carrying this Tanto today. It will be on my belt, on the small of my back, in a concealed scout carry. Okay, let me all know what you guys are carrying. All right, let's go over quick specs. Again, I'm going to leave links in the description in the comment section that you guys can go take a look and make a decision for yourselves whether you want to, purchase this or not. So the title is basically Small Fixed Hunting Blade Knife. All right. The specs, I'm not 100% sure on, okay? There's 3 different types of steels for this knife, but I'm going to go with the steel in the main description section, okay? However, just be aware that the same knife is described with 3 different steels. It's kind of nuts. So the overall length of this knife is 6.5 inch with a blade length of 3.1 inch. Blade steel, according to the description that I'm looking at, is DC 53, but then in a picture in German, I think it says 5CR, and then in another picture it says D2. I'm hoping it's DC 53. I don't think it is. I don't know, but for the price, me personally, I don't care. I think the knives are pretty cool, and the bad guy's not going to notice the difference, if you know what I mean. Blade thickness is 0.2 inch, handle length is 3.34 inch, and the knife weight is 3.3 ounce, and it features a skeletonized full tang lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, and what I like about this one is, and I'm going to look more into getting these straps in the future, these leather straps for scout carry. All right, good. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's take a look at the knife. I'm going to show you the Tanto first. This is the one I really like. And you can see how small it is. It's not a big blade at all. You can see the machining over here. It didn't come that sharp. It felt sharp, but I needed to use my work sharp field guide. And it would be nice to make this like a nice little project knife for those learning how to sharpen knives. For 12 bucks, you got a nice thick piece of steel. All right, you have something similar that you might use out in the field. It could be a project knife, for those who are talented enough to make micarta scales. Man, I would love to have G10 or micarta scales on this, Some people have complained that the handle is a little small, but, you get yourself some micarta scales that stick out a little bit. You have a nice, little bit longer knife. It is small, even in my hand, you could see. But again, for backup, just for a little backup carry, this is pretty nice. So it's got the swedge, it's got the Tanto, the Americanized Tanto tip over here, and you could see that I did do a little bit of sharpening. All right, and it's grabbing my nail for sure. Let's see, but again, this is for tactical backup stuff. It's doing the job. I doubt it'll cut paper very well, but you can see it's doing what I want it to do. And that's because I resharpened it a bit. All right, so listen, it's not, it's not the best knife in the world, but for 12 bucks, man, I think I see a lot of potential here, for people to have if you have a hobby of modifying knives, I think this is a good platform to start with, So I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. You can see the skeletonized area, plenty of room to drill holes or whatever, you know, in your scales if you want to put scales. No sharpening tool, but it has this little guard, and you can see this indentation for the fingers here, all right? Lanyard hole, and it's a pretty thick piece of steel, you know, it's pretty thick. Let me show you this is the Tanto versions. For those who don't like Tanto, there is the drop point. So this I'm going to be carrying in my pocket. And you can see the machining. It's not the greatest, but again, I think for 12 bucks, 13 bucks, whatever this is going to cost you, you know, from Amazon, it's a good do-it-yourself project knife, man. You know, just a little, even if you just want to practice your sharpening skills and you don't care about the knife, here you go. You know, these are 2 examples of knives that you could practice your sharpening skills with, all right? So 1 drop point, 1 Tanto. Now, what I really like about these knives is the sheath. Very nice sheath. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's Kydex. It feels like Kydex. It's pretty thick. It's pretty sturdy. But now what I'm really, really appreciating and enjoying are these leather straps that I carry in the scout position. Okay. Let me just pop this knife in real quick. Look how nice and thin that is, man. All right, look how nice and thin that is. Now I carry this on the small of my back, completely concealed, which is legal in the state of Florida with a CCW. Completely concealed, man. And no one knows the wiser. So flat on my back that now I'm going to start looking into these for my other knives, you know, to do smaller knives, that is, for concealed carry in the scout position. Man, this is awesome, you know, and it fits through the belt just fine. It's a nice fine piece of leather. Just fantastic. Okay. I don't remember if I sharpened this one or not. I don't think I did, so I just want to show you an example. And again, it feels sharp, but it's gliding across my nail. Let me see. And it's a little rough. It needs to be sharpened up a bit. It could use a sharpening. But again, this is a perfect knife for the price. Okay, you guys want to learn how to sharpen, whether you're using, you know, stones, work sharp, field guide, whatever sharpening tool you have, and you're new at sharpening, perfect knives. Here, let me just show you this on Amazon. 1 second. They're so inexpensive, man. You could actually mess these knives up, you know, and throw them away, and just grab yourself another one for practice sake. You know what I mean? Let me just, I don't know if this is my eyes or if it's out of focus. 1 second, troops. Let me just call this up on Amazon. There you go. Okay. It does come with this lanyard for if you want to do neck carry. All right. It's adequate enough to fit around your neck. You know, you got the holes right there with the sheath. But I've been enjoying carrying it in the scout position concealed. It's great. It really is. It's great. You know, or you could use this lanyard to tie. Whoops. Oh, okay. You could use that lanyard to tie towards the end of the, you know, where the lanyard hole is, and help you pull it out of your sheath. But just a nice little knife. And again, you could purchase this. See, $11.99. All right, $11.99. You could pick your favorite Tanto or drop point. Have it in your house in 1 to 2 days, depending if you have prime or not. and start sharpening away, man. Practice, learn how to sharpen, challenge yourself. Again, I'm not sure if it's DC53 tool steel, this will be a challenge to sharpen. Challenge yourself, if it's 5CR or D2, might be a little bit easier. Again, I'm not sure what the steel is. They've got different descriptions here of the steel. These people are just they're not very good at the description section. So you'll see that even some of the measurements are crazy off. So, but it'll say DC53 tool steel. So everything that I mentioned to you about the description of the knife came from this over here, this area. But now if you go look at the picture, all right, that'll say 5CR, okay? And then there's another area that says D2 steel. So I just don't know, I just don't know what the steel is. But I'm gonna go with that description. You guys make your own decision for the price. I don't think, you can go wrong if you're gonna get it to practice your sharpening. I'm telling you, man, these are gonna be perfect knives for sharpening, to test out your sharpening skills, to test out, to practice your sharpening. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to show you these two knives. Buy it, don't buy it, doesn't matter to me. I bought these myself. They're mine. I'm good to go, and they're going to serve me well. Again, the bad guy's not going to care what kind of steel you shank up his throat. You know what I'm saying? So just my 2 cents. All right, troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, thanks again. Really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my channel and my videos. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military who wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So when we're done here, go check out the comment section. Go check out the description section. There'll be phone numbers that you can call, websites that you can surf, and a heartfelt message from one of your own Vietnam veterans, 66 to 69, U.S. Army. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troop, Legionnaires, and new recruits. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think about these very inexpensive knives. Let me know what you think about buying these knives just for sharpening purposes, just to practice your sharpening. At the ready, troops, hold the line. You guys take care of yourselves.